All right, everyone. Today we are going to have some fun with OO installation. Yeah, you heard it right. So we are going to downloads over here, and we'll start with PostgreSQL. And why PostgreSQL? Previous setup that I had was using an internal uh, Postgres installation, which should probably be the same, but for some reason I think this is more stable when you deploy it like this. So it's just a normal executable Postgres 9.6, and it's going to be ending pretty fast. You'll see it's just a couple of questions, and that's about it. So we go with next. We say what folder we should be using, and then we give the password. Oh, we're going to be typing that password a lot. And what is the default port? Of course, default port is going to be whatever we said it is. There we go. So it will be installing itself. So the video is about installing O and installing and integrating it with OBM, right? So that's going to be pretty simple. All right. So there it goes. Also, we will test a theory of mine. So usually when you import a certificate from a secured product into OBM, usually you need to reboot or well, restart OBM itself. I guess that we can restart just one of the components though, but it's not fast. But I think that it's not necessary to restart the whole product. For integrations, you can just use it on the fly. So I'm going to test it out. I usually tended to restart OBM every time I was integrating anything for years. So maybe I should try to do it like this. And the clue that I'm getting is, when you integrate with BVD or something and it imports a certificate during the integration window, you don't need to restart the product. So probably it's going to be the same with OO. Hopefully we'll see how CLI can import the certificate and we would not need to reboot OBM. So this is the plan for this video, and right now it's finishing to install the Postgres database. All right, it is done. We'll uncheck this box and click on finish, and that's it, it's done. So next is just deploy the OO Win64. It will allow us to install Rust, Central, and Studio all at the same go. So we'll give it exactly that kind of treatment, and then we will install Designer on top of it. So Designer doesn't come with the regular installer at this version at least. I'm not sure about the newer ones, but this is what we have, 1911. All right, so there we go. It should be pretty fast. Click on next. Oh, come on. I agree. Default folder, confirm. Central, Studio, and Rust. Okay, we're not adding any nodes. We'll use the build authentication. And then we will uncheck and test the ports. All right, so create a new database schema for PostgreSQL that is located on local host. Database is going to be named Central. Username is going to be OO. The password and the standard password for everything we have in this POC environment. Where did I make a mistake? We will never know. Yep, in the first one. Okay, and that's going to be PostgreSQL. Is it PostgreSQL? No, probably it's Postgres. Yeah. And the password, let's see, test connection. Successful. Click on next. And now I need to change the base package, or the packages that supposedly the users of the system would be using. And since this is a POC environment, many of them are applicable. So base, maybe base cloud swang, I'm not sure about that one. AWS, definitely VMware, Docker, MicroFocus solutions for integrations, net backups, apps, or no. Service automation, business applications, maybe cloud. orchestration, databases, infrastructure, IT operations, middleware, operating system, mediations, what else? Sub, no, third party, utility, virtualization. Am I missing something? No. All right, I'm clicking on next. We're not going to upgrade. Say English only, and we say install. So if my calculations are correct, no, just kidding, it should be pretty fast. So it'll go with the deployment and everything, and once we got it all, we will just extract the certificate from Central, deploy it on OBM, and hopefully that would be all that we need to do. And of course, we will need to deploy a license as well. Let's see if I do have the license somewhere here. I might have it. Oh, yeah, we got it. We have it. All right. So there we go. There we have it. Start Central. Let's see if it's able to start Central. If it can, it shouldn't take too long. Let's see. Starting Central. And it will deploy RAS. All right, there we go. So here are the files and the logs that are relevant over here. So we are still waiting for all of the other components to finish, and we will be done with that part. We do have a couple more parts. One of them is installing the studio. And studio, is it? No, it's the designer. And another one is the integration itself. So let's wait a little bit more for this to finish, and let's just skip to that part actually. All right, and here it is. We are done. Click on next, and we're not going to open any of this. We'll click on finish. All right, fantastic. So this one is done. And now we are going to do what? What would be the next step is the designer. So designer is a little bit weird. I think this one requires the IDM service or something. And I will see it in a second though. It should be easy enough. Yeah, for some reason it requires the IDM database, which is installed with the Central. I guess everybody like IDM. All right, so this is the designer folder. Yes, create it, please. Documentation, Java, okay. Port 8445, and oh, I need to test the port availability. Click on next, and we are going to say, what is it asking us? Create an IDM service. So this is going to be the IDM service. Let's put a password in it. So nothing really complex like this, and the transport password. Click on next. It will have a PostgreSQL requirement, so it's going to be localhost, and database is going to be designer. Username also going to be designer. Password, standard password, Postgres, and standard password. Test connection works. Click on next. Okay, and this one. Okay, so this is going to be central database 00, and here is going to be the password. Actually, I have it in my buffer. Test connection. That's it. So overall, the installation is pretty elegant and fun, right? So there we go. In the meanwhile, let's extract the certificate from 00 and import it to OBM. So there are a couple of ways to do it. One of them, of course, is go and export it through Keytool, but instead we're going to do this: http oo.exclusive 8443, and we will acknowledge the self-signed certificate. Okay, And now I'll go and view the certificates and save it. So it's going to be copy to file, next, there, going to be C/00448443. I always specify what type of port the certificate belongs to on a dedicated server, and I click on finish. And step number 2 would be actually, well, we'll configure the rest of the things over here, but we will go to OBM, and using my friendly WinSCP tool, I'll, what do I want to delete? Yes, please. I'll just copy the stuff, copy this to /root or /tmp. Will it be better in /tmp? Probably. Yeah, we will put it in /tmp, so that's going to be 00. There we go. We can close it, and we will import the certificate in later steps. Right now, we just want to make sure that this one is finished. All right. So next thing would be importing a certificate. So we are going to specify this is a new 00. So I'll go to OBM and I'll run the script. It's under HPBSM folder, bin OPR cert management. -I means import. We'll create an alias so it will be distinguishable. I'm going to call it 1911 actually. And the file would be here in tmp 00 sir. Importing certificate to inventory. All right. And it did import it. Fantastic. So now I want to open 00 over here. And I need to configure the rest of it. So we are going to central, right? And we need to perform a thing or two. I think we need to import the packages. So we will go to the installation folder, content, and I'll take the base. I'll take the, what would it be? Operating systems, right? Okay, construction, orchestration, yes, databases, OO, base. Okay, probably all of those, yeah. So the IT operations, operating system. Okay, so that would be enough. So I'll take all of those and I'll put it over here in OPSB. I'll just create a new folder and I'm going to say it's going to be OO packages because I need to import them into central before it's able to communicate with OBM, right? It's going to be OO packages. Go inside, paste it all while the designer is still loading over there. Fantastic. We'll go back to our products and we'll go to system settings, license, and I'll import the license, install license. Not really sure how much of this license I will have left. Maybe I need to generate a new one. We'll find out soon enough. So there's license and there's operation executive, bring it in. Install operations not allowed. Okay. So maybe to obtain the license. Okay, so probably we'll need to wait. Okay, I have but 3 months of it. It's good enough for me. So we'll go to general, we'll go to security, we'll go to internal users, and we will create ourselves a new user. Username is going to be admin, and the password is going to be The password is going to be this. And this user will have all of it, including system admin. Did I forget it? I missed it. So it's going to be system admin and everybody, just because. Okay, we also need to set up SSO, unfortunately. So we'll go to OBM and copy it from there. I do have it somewhere else, but probably the best is just to go to one of the sources over here and just configure it. Oh, come on. Go inside. Okay. And we'll go to administration, users, authentication management. I'll just open it in a new tab. Okay, and here is our connection string. And this init string is very nice because it comes from CDF, which is always a nice thing to do. Right, bring it from the most aggressive security setting ever. Okay, so we need string, we click on save. We'll go to content management and we'll go to content packs. Let's see if we have them deployed, and we don't. So in order for OO to work, it needs to have the packages, all of them. Didn't it copy them? Oh, it's under new folder. So it copied them under new folder instead of all packages. So we'll go to new folder and we'll select them from here. New folder. There we go. Click on open. And it should complain that the signatures are not right. Well, probably they are right because they were just installed right now, which is good. Alright, so there is going to be our content. In the meanwhile, we will go to infrastructure settings and we will make sure that all of my orchestration settings are right. So I'm going to be orchestration. There we have. So this is the admin user and the password remains the same because, well, I already had OO, but I uninstalled it and installed a new one instead. So most of the settings are still here and we covered all of the required settings so far. So here we go. This is the URL, correct. O version correct, admin, and the password. So we just need to make sure that all of the packages are deployed, and then we will give it a try. So now it's uploading, and then we'll have to deploy them as well. So let's wait for that. Okay, and we'll create a screenshot while we are at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Okay, there it goes. It's still thinking about it. So let's let it finish. All of the certificate, all of the digital signatures are expired. All right. Okay, and now we'll just click on ignore expiry of digital signature and we will click on deploy. So basically, those are the important ones, right? And we'll make this box and we'll click on deploy and we'll number those screenshots like this. Deploy, and then in they go. Okay, now they will be deployed surely, slowly but surely. Okay. Okay, that took a while. So I'll click on close and I'll go back to system configuration and enable authentication, and username is going to be the one that I used before all times. So it's going to be this one and this one. All right. Right, username is going to be admin and this one password. Okay, passwords, and there we go. In case you're worried about why did I expose my password, I'm not worried, this is an internal environment. All right, fantastic. So let's see if everything worked correctly. I'll go to operations console and run book mappings. And if everything worked correctly, then it will connect, and if not, then I'll have to troubleshoot. No, everything worked correctly, and I don't need to reboot the OBM server in order for it to work, which is a really great relief. So I'm going to change my instructions that I provide to my students. It's gonna save them like 15 minutes. All right, so this is it. This is how it works, and I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one.